This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome. This is not Ed Rodriguez, but this is Andrew Alasana.
Beautiful.
And you're coming in on a very special edition of Riot Squadcast.
Quarantine edition.
So hopefully this is going to be like a 3-hour show.
Shelter in place cast. Let's
3-hour show for everybody.
This is the thing. So I told my wife, "Hi, I'm Chris. How you doing? Ben's here. Hi, Ben. Let's jump right on in."
Well, no, I'm trying to stretch it out so people have something to listen to.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
So that's Chris Tucker.
But no, I'm saying like let's not waste the time on the intro. Let's hop into the meat and we can still go. We can go as long as you want to go today. It's fine. You guys have nothing but time. If you're our good friend Jamie Bacon, who's over at Simply Soccer, you just got sheltered in place in Orange County. Yeah. You have nothing to do.
Orange County listeners, Josh too. Although Josh doesn't listen, but
yeah, he does. I occasionally. Which Josh? Numbers or Guessman?
Guessing. Both are no. See, though.
I probably assume no.
Yeah, see,
Josh Page, I feel like
Josh Page listens.
Josh Guessman at least cares enough about me to lie to me.
Hey, you know what though? We'll find out. Josh Page listens.
Oh yeah,
we've been blasting his name all over.
Josh numbers. Listen, he's got nothing to do.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying like we can get past the intro and we can just leap into the meat.
Yeah.
And then we can do like premium.
So they
Squadcast content.
They haven't stopped gatherings of 3 yet, so we're good.
We're still good. Yeah.
We're good. They may be socially irresponsible, but we're socially irresponsible for you.
Speaking of gatherings of 3, Benjamin, say hello, good sir. How you doing?
You know, this
is the camera on? I pointed at the
I just
camera.
realized.
Yeah, we're good, man. So, within a couple hours, gatherings of 3 might be.
Yeah.
Maybe by the end of the show.
Yeah, I was told on Saturday that we might be forced shut in on Sunday.
I mean, I don't know if you listened to the show last week, but I kind of called that, didn't I?
You did.
Big Tony, you should give me an extra point actually for that.
I mean, maybe, but you got those weird army secrets that they don't tell the rest of us. They don't tell us civvies. You got the Army Connect.
No, I'm just saying, man. I just kind of had a feeling that they were going to cancel everything.
Let me tweet this show out. Oh yeah, by the way, we're live on.
We're live on YouTube.
YouTube.com/Riot Squadcast in the live chat.
I'm sad I don't get to be on there anymore.
Yeah. So what happened? They changed your work
I switched from Saturdays, and the only available day to switch was for Tuesday. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Because I just didn't want to ask for like 19 Saturdays off this week.
Like, what are you doing now? I mean,
nothing right now.
Smokes weed and fucks bitches.
Yeah, there's actually it was a really good time to get booed up. To be quite honest with you, I'm not working right now. Our boss is considering doing something for us to help us out. He sent us different links for grants for industry people and whatnot, and I can file for unemployment. But yeah, trying not to stress about it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's definitely time to file for unemployment, man.
Yeah.
Giving it away right now, man. So,
sorry, I might be falling down a hole on the internet.
Give it away now.
For what? Giving money away?
We're gonna talk about Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let's rank Red Hot Chili Pepper songs right now.
They're all
Let's
5.
do a best 11 of Red Hot Chili Pepper songs.
I don't know if between the 3 of us we can name 11 Red Hot Chili Pepper songs.
I can give you Danny California. That's one, right?
No, it's Californication. I could probably do like 6.
Really? There's not a Danny California song?
No. There's Under the Bridge.
There's Danny California.
What?
Yeah. Hold on.
Come on, you got to have like a guilty pleasure Red Hot Chili Pepper song, Andrew.
Yeah, like I don't hate Red Hot Chili Peppers like other people do. It's not my like super cup of tea, but whatever. It's cool. They're all right. I don't hate on their music. It's not terrible. What about you? What's your favorite Red Hot Chili Pepper song?
Like those you just said, like Under the Bridge. That's
Under the Bridge.
Pleasure,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it would help if I didn't hear it on K-Rock when I was younger, like 11 times a day.
Yeah.
But
they do this song called Zephyr that I like.
Oh yeah, that's a good song. Yeah. It's like if you're trying to trip, go watch that video. Shit, we could probably name 11. If you know Zephyr, you're pulling out Zephyr right now. Yeah, we could probably name 11.
I'm already done. Yeah. Like it's just they were never my band.
What was their famous cover? One of the cover they did. Oh, Higher Ground.
Oh shit, that's right.
They covered that.
I can't.
And they did a pretty hard to say
pretty all right job.
Yeah. You've definitely heard it.
Really?
Growing up in the valley, there's no way you didn't hear it.
Other Side. I used to know how to play Other Side on guitar, just the like intro part.
I have zero musical talent.
I mean, I don't know how to play anything else on the guitar, but I learned how to do that.
I feel like I'm half decent at talking.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean,
But like,
except for when someone needs you to talk for like maybe 6 minutes, and you can't do it.
who the fuck goes to
And
take a
you-
dump in the middle of a show?
I mean, I had to take a dump. You gotta go when you gotta
Make your
go,
calls.
dog. You know, sometimes you don't get to choose.
Beepo.
So he has a bass player.
That makes sense.
Though I'm not a big Flea guy. I don't
That's
think
good
he's.
stuff.
I mean, he's a good bass player, but
Yeah.
he's not like the best, like people say.
Yeah. I feel like, and this is probably going to get taken out of context, but I feel like to be a really good bass player, you kind of have to be black. You gotta feel the lows of the low to get those.
It's a rough
I
life.
don't know.
Occasionally, it's a rough life.
People are
I
going to
mean-
take that on context, but I feel
No,
like
you know what?
I feel like you gotta have that soul. You gotta have that.
As a bass player, I'm not going to totally disagree with you. I'm just going to say Jaco Pastorius, one of the best bass players ever, white dude. But
What
other than
kind
that,
of white? Like
but that's
Italian?
it. Yeah,
Gotta be
but he's
Italian.
like the only one. Period. It kind of begins and ends with him.
It's
For
like
sure.
there was a Pistorius who was like a runner or a
Oscar
biker or
Pistorius,
something.
He was the Blades guy
He killed his
in South
girlfriend.
Africa. Yeah,
Okay.
he ran with Blades, the
Oh
Blade
yeah,
Runner. Remember that?
yeah. He got drunk and killed his girlfriend. And
Yes,
so she
I
was
mean,
breaking in.
It be that way sometimes, man. Life is tough.
What was weird about that is following that trial and realizing how South Africa does trials. Like you have to talk to the judge, so he would be constantly like, you don't talk when you answer questions. You don't talk to the guy asking you questions.
That's weird.
You talk to the judge, and the judge like you have to say like Your Honor all the time or whatever. They're just saying it all the fucking time.
South Africa seems like a strange place.
Oh, it's super fucking weird. Just listen to the way they talk. It's fucking insane. It doesn't make any sense.
So what are we talking about today?
Yeah, what's going on?
I mean,
what's
we
what's
should
on the
go
board?
through quickly with like the Galaxy, MLS, and the Galaxy have canceled the season. If you don't know.
if you're coming to us for news, it's you're probably
And, like
You're
do
probably
we
pretty late.
like
and
everyone,
also misinformed.
everyone's talking about the coronavirus. Like, do we bother talking about it? We should talk about like how it affects our lives, presumably.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I mean, we don't got to dwell on it. I mean, we're kind of here to take people's minds off the coronavirus.
Really?
Yeah.
I assumed we were here to like put a more comedic spin on the coronavirus.
Dude,
Like
we-
make it a little
if we-
more enjoyable.
If we do that, Tucker, you'll get in trouble, and they'll blame it on.
So this was I'm not gonna lie, Ben. This was my first thought when I knew we were coming in to record. I know that you're in the you're at least really close to the age range of the higher mortality side. Like, are we putting you in danger? Are we putting you in risk? And is this risk worth it to you?
Let's be
Was it
honest.
numbers
Ben
that-
is healthier than both of
Yeah.
us.
I'm gonna go ahead and include Ed.
Oh yeah,
But Ben's really not. Like, Ben's a fat ass. He's
That's
just
not
a
saying.
No.
That's not saying a lot, though. To say
Yeah.
I'm healthier than you
Ben
guys
is healthier than
not,
all
like,
three of us.
Saying a lot. It's
Exactly.
not.
exactly.
know.
It's not a healthy bunch between the four of us. If we're gonna all count the four of us, he's probably healthier than Gilbert too. If we're gonna include him, Gilbert's skinny, but I don't know how healthy
No,
Gilbert is.
I think Gilbert's closer to death than the rest of us.
Yeah,
And, like,
it
not
feels
even-
like that.
Not even at someone's hands, which I also think he's closer than. Like, of all, if you think of the Squadcast universe, and I had to pick someone who was most likely to get murdered, completely independent of the rest of us, it would be Gilbert by a country mile, 100%.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree with
I
that.
could see most of us dying in our sleep of like a heart failure or
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
You know, kind of almost likely at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
But if I had to think of someone who was like, hey man, do you know who got like brutally murdered in an alleyway? Fucking Gilbert.
Gilbert. Is
And
like-
he wasn't even robbed or anything.
He's
It was
right
just like
outside
a
his
random,
house. They
Yeah, it was
just-
just a random
they just ran him over 3 times.
random act of violence. It was he just caught a stray bullet. I don't know what happened. Like, that's Gilbert.
Gilbert's gonna be the first one to die in the purge.
Yeah. And I like, you want to say, you want to even make the joke to be like, nah, Gilbert's gonna outlive all of us, but he's really not. Like, he's not. And I'm not even saying this to be a dick, Gilbert. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You
we
don't
love you,
listen
Gilbert.
anymore anyway.
Oh, he doesn't?
He doesn't.
I don't think so.
I think he does.
Again, we'll find out.
Yeah, that's true.
But if I like, even in the joking sense where I'm like, Gilbert's gonna outlive us, I'm certain he's gonna die before all of us.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that.
I just hope it's peaceful because I still like
Yeah.
him as a person. Like,
Of
you
course.
know,
I love Gilbert.
I hope you go in your sleep early in life.
I yelled at him
I think that's the
recently.
point.
I feel bad, but
On Saturday,
no, like the second preseason game or the first preseason game. But I still love you, Gilbert.
he's a good
I
guy.
hope you listen.
He's a good guy. Andrew, someone in the live chat is asking right now, what's the 12th photo on your phone? Now I'm gonna Penguin Hunter who is in our live chat asking that question. We'll go ahead and preface it right now. I'm going to warn you. Andrew is recently booed up.
Ooh.
The 12 photo in his phone could be a litany of things. Could be a little of him, could be a lot of him.
No, it's definitely not going to be a lot of me.
I was talking about you taking a dick pic, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
But like you got some, some girth to it.
Wayne Rooney from the Special One TV.
Jesus Christ.
Wayne Rooney, Special One TV. Because Carlos on Twitter said, like yesterday or the day before, like Wayne Rooney's the one, like Wayne Rooney's figuring it out because he was like, we should stop playing and switch to a winter schedule because the World Cup in 2022 is right.
Be proactive.
Super smart.
Yeah, switch to a summer schedule. Yeah.
And then when I heard it, and then I heard that it was Wayne Rooney, I was like, this guy?
Yeah.
This is the guy that came up with that?
So he's got football mind. That's all it is. He's just got it on the brain.
He got someone in his ear telling him what to say, man, dude. Yeah.
They're like that was a funny show for a while.
I missed that show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a nice little time of soccer.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was
easily accessible. A lot of Fox.
Not like the
channel.
glory days, but like it was just something that you could kind of feel nostalgic about, even though it was probably like 6-7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not concerned about having us here.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, we'll circle back.
No, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you, how scale of 1 to 10? How worried are you?
You know what? Not super worried. See, this is the thing that people don't realize is we're going to see a spike in cases
very soon,
but largely because we're now testing more people.
Yeah,
and there's more tests available. This is the thing. So it's one of those things where
I hear there's enough tests if you want one.
Where statistics don't. Yeah, exactly.
We're the best tests.
I fucking hate that dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's an idiot.
He just bothers me so much.
I don't know why he does. You just gotta like sit back and laugh at it.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in the wave of all the emotion. Sit back and laugh at the whole process.
Punch him in the face. That's all
it's great. It's all great.
Isn't it? I mean, can I?
So, but you know what I mean? For those that don't know, I work for UPS.
Yeah.
And do you know?
Yeah, we got UPS questions, by the way.
The measures
Doo-doo brown suit.
we're taking. They added hand sanitizer to the stations. That's it.
Do you have hand sanitizer in here?
I don't, which surprises me because I usually have like a bottle on me. I
genuinely assume what you would. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like, no, my wife, who is a germaphobe,
you got the Clorox swabs?
is like, oh, dude,
what's she doing? Because she just had she was sick a little while ago.
she had flu A while ago, and luckily she got in. She took Tamiflu. She was down 3 days, and she was good.
Back in.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
your wife is a fucking workhorse.
Yeah.
It's a salt of the earth woman now.
Dude, she better be, damn it. She's like, hey, I don't have to get up and get the kids ready. I'm like, yeah, well, you got to get up and make my lunch.
Oh God.
She just laughed at me, much like that.
She laughed at you, gave you the finger, and rolled over, and went back to sleep. Fuck you. She threw a shoe at him as he was crying, walking out of the room.
No, it was at the dinner table, as I was picking up the dishes.
Oh, that's good. Good.
So, yeah,
stay safe, man. I don't know, I don't know what you got to do, but.
Yeah, I guess this would be a good public service, good platform for a public service announcement.
This would be a good platform for.
Ed's seat.
It's hard, right?
It's the seat now.
This would be a good moment for a public service announcement.
Yes,
and Erica even mentioned we probably should. Like, you guys take care of yourselves, stay safe, listen. Like, don't be these idiots that are fucking Florida. Man. We got to cut Florida.
Yeah,
just clear. This is
I've
part
been
of the
saying
PSA.
it forever.
This is part of the PSA. We got to get rid of Florida.
You gotta make it an island.
Just
make it an island. Let it set it adrift
and just move on. It can be a Catalina to mainland America.
Nah, it's too close. You gotta get it closer to Cuba than us. I mean, it is kind of close to Cuba, but I mean, like, we gotta get it.
Let's just give it to Cuba. Let's just make it one big. I'm fine with them. Like, I don't really interact with Cubans, and it's still part of the PSA. I don't really interact with Cubans nor Floridians. Like, let's just let them have it.
So, as part of the PSA, don't interact with Cubans. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I feel like that might get me in trouble.
More Floridians.
Definitely don't interact.
Does that count your brother, or he's not there anymore, right?
He's in. My brother, I think we talked about him on the show a little bit. My brother works as a helicopter mechanic, kind of around the world. He's in Chad right now, in Central Africa.
Oh well, actually, he's probably safer then.
He is definitely not. I video chatted with him yesterday.
Africa's not super touched by the.
The issue is like they're not testing, and there's no news about it. So if you're not like someone who's inside, especially a country like Chad, if you're not someone who's inside and actively reaching out for information from other countries and resources, like, they don't even know what's going on.
Fun times.
Yeah, so it's definitely the exact opposite of him being safer.
Is he a military guy, Tuck?
He used to be in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
And that's where he got his training, and then he like went to school and got his certifications and shit like that for
He's a private contract guy.
fixing helicopters. And he's a private contract guy. But like he was gonna go see his daughter in Germany, my niece. He was gonna go see her. She lives in Germany with her mother.
But he can't now.
And he can't because he's got I think he's off for a week or 2 weeks or something like that. So he was gonna go fly to Germany for 2 weeks. That was the plan. But he's like, I can get in, but I got another job. I think he's going to Afghanistan next. Or Ed would kill me if I pronounced it like Afghanistan or like remotely properly. He would be like, "What? Why are you talking all fancy?"
Afghanistan.
But he's got a job in Afghanistan,
In Kabul.
in Kabul, in like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and he can get into Germany, but he probably won't get out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I love my little girl." He goes, "But that's like a $60,000 trip to go see her." Like, and my brother is the chief provider for his family, even in Germany. So like he's got to make that decision between visiting his daughter and making the money to keep her in the lifestyle that he wants her in. It's all really bad. But
So
is as it is.
PSA. Stay
Be
safe.
Yeah, still part of the PSA. A whole part of our brand.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be a
That's the
dope.
other thing.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. And again, because it's not about you. It's not about whether you get sick or whether you contract the virus or whether you feel the symptoms. It's you potentially passing it on to someone who is not strong enough to fight it off. You know, elderly people. There's this old couple that sees Damien and I walking every morning, and every day the guy like he waves at us and he pats Damien on the head, and Damien like smiles at him and walks on. Like we saw them while we were walking today, and as soon as he saw him, like he took a step back and he just waved and then he walked around him. It was so fucked up, but like. It's not about you.
It's sacrifices that we make.
It's that guy. Like that guy is an older gentleman who is genuinely worried about his health.
Could also be concerned about the baby, but
So just be smart.
Yeah.
The infant mortality rate on it's like practically zero, which is a positive if you don't know. Like it's not really affecting children who have a normal immune system. So like if it's the kids who are battling, I saw a 21-year-old died who had leukemia.
Yeah.
It's people with a compromised. I don't know why Ben's laughing at that. That was
No,
horrible.
21-year-old died with
Oh my God.
leukemia.
I'm laughing at the live chat.
Oh, okay.
The worst
Jesus
time to
Christ.
laugh.
I know.
I was like, the mortality rate for infants is pretty low. It's like, ha ha. Yeah. If you have young children, it seems like it's avoiding kids for the most part, which is great.
Yeah, I was talking.
But watch out for your seniors.
I was talking with a friend of mine who was a doctor today, and she was telling me that it could present in a kid just as sniffles, and that's it.
So
that's just like crazy.
Just be wise, be aware for everyone else. And then from there, let's say we try to make this a little more interesting, a little more fun. Really quick, what happens? So the 3 people who are currently running for the presidency are over 70 years old. Like, what happens if it actually?
There's more than 3.
Yeah, well,
That's time to shine, Tulsi.
Hopefully,
Let's go.
Hopefully that's what happens.
Let's go, Tulsi.
But
Let's get excited for Tulsi Gabbard. Let's shift the Bernie Bro movement to Tulsi Girl. Tulsi Gals.
You do like a Gabbard gal.
Yeah, Gabbard Gals. There we go.
It's easy.
Let's do it. It's all up there.
Nothing but
Smart.
genius up here. It works. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
even if the coronavirus wiped all 3 of those dudes out, the Democratic Party would still be like, she can't get on the debate stage.
Yeah.
They're like, well, who is she running against?
We're bringing Pete back.
Don't worry. Buttigieg and O'Rourke at the top of the ticket. Don't pipe down there, ma'am. Yeah, they wouldn't have that. But that's what I've been thinking about lately. I'm like, legitimately, what happens if they catch it and it wipes all 3 of them out? Like, it's just chaos.
Would it be?
I would imagine it would be some, like, as a country, we see
it's pretty chaotic right now.
That's what I'm saying. But like, even in that chaos, we're still like, oh, the orange guy who we all know is incompetent, does a poor job. We don't have to get into it. It doesn't have to be a thing.
Yeah.
I understand. Look, I understand.
It's not political, bro.
I understand. As
I shall for Tulsi Gabbard.
Gabbard Gals, which is the name of this episode, right? Gabbard Gals down.
Gabbard Gals.
But like, we still look towards this dude where we're like, this guy's doing an awful job. Everything he touches, and whether you agree with it or not, but everything he does, touches, or says, there is a large section of the country that's like, he fucked that up. But even when shit still goes bad, they look at him and they're like, well, what's he going to say next?
I mean, you're not interested?
Oh, I'm fascinated.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I watch just like everyone else watches. But you're still at a point where we, as a large section of our population, has looked at Trump and been like, he's terrible. But when something goes wrong, they're still like, well, what does he think about it? Like, what is the person that we all agree is bad at this thinks about it? So what happens if he goes and then the two guys that they're deciding between goes? Like this, it's a group of people who love to be led. So when all their quote unquote leaders are gone, like what happens?
I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna like rock your world right now. There are people that have notifications on for celebrities like Alyssa Milano and Rose McGowan and let's see who else? Let's pick a conservative guy, John Voight or James Woods. There's people that have notifications on for their opinion on things all the time.
That's insane.
So if it's not Donald Trump that they're looking for something from somebody who's not qualified to give them an answer.
Do you have notifications on for any account on Twitter?
LA Riot Squad, and that's it. Yeah, just LA Riot Squad. No, I don't have the Galaxy.
And DT Radio Ben.
Why would I need your notifications?
He's
I don't even see your
now.
tweets. To
he's
be
tweeting,
honest,
he's tweeting more now.
You're like shadow banned or something because I never see your tweets.
I got a guy that tweets for me like once a day now.
Do you really?
No,
Yeah.
Oh god, I wouldn't believe it. You're fucking psychopathic.
It's some UPS employee. He's like, hey, you got to send out a tweet, but it's got to be in my voice. All right.
If you gave Jonas your login and like $20, he would tweet for you.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Yeah, he would tweet for you.
Could he capture the Ben essence?
I hope not. I saw the Mr. Rogers post you made, and I had some cynical ass thing to post under it, and I typed it. I don't even remember what it was.
People love that, man.
I typed it out, and I was like, "What? I need to encourage Ben to get on Twitter. Like, I don't need to tear it down. I need him to be a more positive figure, and maybe if he gets some love on Twitter, he'll stop being such a crazy personality here, which would make me happy. But I saw it, and I like seeing it getting in the. You can't ever change.
I don't want you to change. Fuck all this positivity. Fuck that.
Fuck all this positivity.
Yeah.
That Emily's a lucky gal.
Don't listen to it, Chris, and give in to the hate.
It's Twitter, man.
Be more like Andrew. So,
there's less people like me now. They're all too positive. You gotta give into the hate with me.
Well, it's just you. I was watching
your
something about.
Died out.
I was watching
your
something about
getting COVIDed.
Just everything that's happening with like people just being assholes at the stores and shit like that.
It's insane.
It's disgusting. It really is.
I was at Albertsons. They had cops. Like yesterday, they had cops. Saturday. They had cops like posted outside. I was like,
good.
All right, that's good.
There's part of the PSA like don't overbuy shit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. People that are overbuying shit, and the world's not fucking ending.
I've tried to buy toilet paper for 5 days,
yeah, us too.
and it's sold out every single day.
I got a good friend of mine who had a baby, can't find diapers.
What size?
You'd think I would know.
Well, find out. Because
I was kind of surprised that Albertsons had a lot of diapers.
Yeah,
I walk to the store every day, and so now I'm keeping an eye out for distilled. Ed's looking for distilled water. So if any of you guys see distilled water,
I hope.
His grandmother needs it for her CPAP machine, and I guess it specifically has to be distilled water. We are aware that there is a method for making your own. We are aware that you can use tap water and build your own filtering system. So please don't bother letting us know that. We're well and truly aware of it. But if you happen to have some extra distilled water on hand, I know he's looking for that, and it's very, very important.
Yeah, I told him to come by and get some. I got a gallon for him, but he hasn't come by yet.
But yeah, like I'm looking for distilled water for his grandmother. I'm looking at I look for an allergy medication for his wife every time I go. But my dad has a subscription service of diapers for Damien, so we're not really troubled in that way. But I always go by and check the where their stock is. So let me know what size they need, and I can always keep an eye.
My main man Bixie in the chat comes through with a clutch advice here. Use tortillas if you run out of toilet paper.
Wow. This is how we're all surviving the apocalypse.
And also, if you go to the store, you can find a ton of whole wheat tortillas because nobody's buying them apparently. I was gonna buy tortillas, and then all they had was whole wheat tortillas. So I still bought some, but yeah, it's just interesting. Nobody wants. It's interesting to see what people are not gonna buy in the apocalypse. Like there was one brand of this seltzer water, and I bought one because why not? Fuck it. Mm-hmm. And I took it home. It was terrible. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Why it's the only one there.
Seltzer water is not great. I'm not
whatever.
If I can mix it with something, like some sort of alcoholic beverage.
Sure.
I'm running out of whiskey, which I'm getting really worried about. In the event they end up locking us down tomorrow,
you could be in some trouble.
You
gotta start knocking on bar doors. Be like, hey, I'll buy some whiskey off of you because you can't sell it.
Because I know you can't sell it. You need the money. Yeah, I'm getting close to running out of whiskey. I'm a little scared. We got toilet paper today, so I'm stoked about that. Like, and my wife Erica works at a Whole Foods, so she just like intercepted a shipment, and they still have limits, like realistic limits, so people aren't hoarding and going crazy.
Yeah, is Whole Foods stopping people from buying?
Yeah. Oh, they
'Cause
instituted it themselves.
I heard Vaughn's or some other store was doing that, stopping other. But like you go look at Walmart or Costco or Ralph's.
The Ralph's on 4th is doing it now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing it now. It's 2 per item of like whatever like, not the specific item, but whatever classification of item.
Sure.
So if you're getting like, you're getting frozen vegetables, you can get 2 frozen vegetables. You're getting French fries, you can get 2 French fries. You know, you can't get like 2 French fries and an onion ring. You're I don't know, you know, whatever. But like,
did you go into detail with the clerk about it, or
no? They were explaining
like
it to
arguing.
me.
Yeah, like, no, onion ring is a different classification than French fries.
It's like, sir, do you really need 2 family-sized French fries and an onion ring?
Like, look at me.
Excuse
Look
me.
at me.
First off, excuse me. Number one,
You're not going to stop me from buying 6 things of peas, are you?
Number one, I'm an American. 6 As I was saying. But yeah, it's all been a trip. But yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. I'll keep an eye out. Definitely keep an eye out. Now let's get fun. Let's have a good time, Benjamin.
Hey, let's talk about Tom Brady.
Going to the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone who's listening to this
yet?
Yeah, I think it is official.
Do you think anyone who's listening to this cares about that?
Somebody said it in the chat way earlier.
Like,
they were talking about Tom Brady as the
Okay.
newest Florida resident.
oof, that's a mistake.
Hey, that's going to kill him.
I mean, I would assume part of him is going to get eaten by a meth head.
Yeah.
Or an alligator.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tampa is definitely not South Beach. So it's
That's
about
right,
as
'cause he's not
far
even-
as South Beach as you can get, man. I mean,
Yeah, they still
It's
have
crazy.
alligators, dog.
You know,
True.
what's better?
And methods.
What's
they
more
have way
important?
more methods in South Beach.
What's more important than Tom Brady and is still involving Tampa? They're going to cancel fucking WrestleMania. That's supposed to be in Tampa.
Well, what? No, they put it to the Performance Center, and
Apparently
now
that's getting called
Now
off.
they're going to push it to
June,
which
which isn't going to work. Like, it's
in New York, right? They're going to go to New York.
That's the word. But I mean, how far back can you push it? It's got to be like the fall.
Well, doesn't that fuck with all the storylines?
Well, that's the big thing right now. It's
Like
like, how do
pushing
you
it back?
So if you don't watch wrestling,
Hey, stop talking about wrestling, guys.
never.
Let's
If
go.
you don't watch wrestling, the next few minutes are going to be miserable for you. But I'll catch you up to where WWF's at right now. For some reason, John Cena is going to face The Fiend, which is literally like a demonic character with superpowers.
Is it Bray Wyatt?
It's Bray Wyatt, yeah,
Okay.
who is in a weird position. It's shut the fuck up, Ben. What do you got? No. Here, Andrew, stop talking. Stop talking, and I'm going to stop talking.
I
Ben, go
apologize.
ahead. What's fascinating about your
I
life?
apologize. I couldn't help it.
Anyway,
I couldn't help it when Andrew
anyway.
said stop talking about wrestling.
I have to.
I had to find the
it's what I
crickets
do.
on
That's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
There are multiple
It
storylines.
was actually Ed's catchphrase first.
There are multiple storylines that are all arcing towards finishing in like 3 or 4 weeks, and so there's no way to tie that off and then maintain all those for your biggest show, because all the storylines in wrestling for the WWF supposedly are supposed to be leading towards WrestleMania,
Right.
which is getting ready to get called off. So, we're getting a call? Right on.
Hell yeah. Let's talk about wrestling over the phone.
626, you're on the air. I don't know. You're live.
You're live.
Recorded for people tomorrow.
He hung up. Call back 626.
All right. Well, 626 hung up, so I'm going back to talking about wrestling. I'm done talking about WrestleMania. But yeah, it looks like WrestleMania's getting canceled.
So the
Fucking wild.
storylines are going to be fucked. But I heard the nobody, what was it,
Cena.
SmackDown with nobody there was good. It was actually good.
So there's a Monday Night Raw where no one was there on Monday, obviously. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, it was 316 Day, which WWF had built up, or WWE, whatever, had built up, because it's like, oh, we're going to start making this like a calendar year holiday where Stone Cold comes back. And it was this big deal. And then like 3 days before the show, it was like, you can't have anybody in the audience. But it's the WWE, so like the show went on. So yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, who wants to know what 316 Day is all about? Give me a hell yeah. And it pans to the crowd, and it's just like empty chairs.
Nobody there. And he goes, what? And nobody says anything. He goes, what? And nobody says anything.
And then fucking what's his name? Byron Saxton is like,
No idea who that is.
he's awful. He's a commentator. He's like, hell yeah. And Stone Cold just looks at him and is like, I'm gonna beat this dude's ass. So naturally he pours beer all over him and gives him a lovely Stone Cold Stunner. I guess I was gonna say send the crowd home happy, but there was no one there.
All the people watching on their computers.
Yeah. There's your fucking
WWE.
there's your
Network.
wrestling minute.
That was way more than a minute.
Drew Galloway is indeed going to win the title in an empty arena, hopefully.
No idea who that is.
Drew Galloway, really?
Yeah.
He was.
There's like probably less than 10 WWE wrestlers I can name right now.
AEW is so much better.
And most of them are from other stuff like Finn Balor.
Yeah.
So I know Finn Balor.
Made his name in New Japan.
And like Shinsuke Nakamura.
They ruined my boy. I love Shinsuke. They ruined my fucking boy.
And of course, the GOAT, Roman Reigns. The GOAT. Greatest of all time.
You know, Goldberg. So Goldberg is the champion. He's like 53 years old. Goldberg is the champion.
Goldberg is wrestling.
Goldberg is back. Yeah, this is why we got to get into wrestling. Goldberg is back.
No, that's absolutely not why we need to get into wrestling.
So he showed up out of nowhere, beat Bray Wyatt. They had like a 2-week-long build. He beat Bray Wyatt in Saudi Arabia for the championship.
Super fun.
So that Roman Reigns could beat Goldberg for the championship. Because if Roman Reigns beat Bray Wyatt, he would have got booed. And the point is to have him beat somebody and actually get cheered at WrestleMania for once. So they brought Goldberg back, who beat up Bray Wyatt in like 30 seconds.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw that jackknife.
Yeah.
Jackknife.
Quotes, yeah. Jackknife / brainbuster.
For people who like structure in this show, which I don't know why you'd still be listening to at this point, this is going to be your least favorite show ever.
Look, I don't have a league to follow anymore.
We're filling time.
I don't have a league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm down.
We could talk about how depressed we are that MLS is gone.
You know what I'm down to watching? I'm looking for an A-League team right now because they're still playing. My beloved San Lorenzo still playing league and cup matches, just with no fans in the.
Well, their league just finished, right?
Yeah, league's done. Yeah. But they won their first cup match like 3 days ago. So San Lorenzo's still playing because we're protected by the Lord. So there's no way we even have to be concerned about a COVID-19 because the plague is for you other people, you Hurricane fans. What? Yes. Oh, Ben's asking me to slide over because I'm
slide to the left.
Somehow I'm out of camera. Is that
slide
better?
Slide to the right. Crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of show.
This is like that Gabbo episode of The Simpsons.
It's gonna be that kind of show.
I do have a lot of soccer backed up on my hard drive, and that's kind of helping me out.
Yeah, I was gonna text you for a full World Cup and throw it on a flash drive.
But I got the 2010 quarterfinals, semifinals, and quarterfinals, semifinals, and I thought I had one more. Maybe I ran with 16. On my hard drive, I watched Dortmund versus Freiburg last night, and the thing is, the upside, if you're looking for a silver lining for the coronavirus, because it happened when I was in school, I'm already behind on all these games. There's all these Champions League matches that I haven't gotten to see, and I know Liverpool gets knocked out and shit like that. But I didn't watch any.
That's the one specific thing you knew about.
I know Liverpool got
the one thing
out.
you knew about. The one thing you had to bring up right now.
I know Tottenham got knocked out.
It hurts more knowing that there's not anything else to go off of.
Yeah, but I know Tottenham got knocked out. I know Liverpool got knocked out. Real Madrid's out, right? I think Real Madrid's out. Barcelona's out. But I haven't really gotten to follow.
Dortmund got knocked out.
Dortmund's out, yeah. They got knocked out by PSG. So I have the Dortmund home and away leg. I have the Liverpool Atletico home and away leg. Tottenham.
Not worth watching.
Oh, it's definitely worth watching. So this is the question.
Oh, I meant Tottenham. Tottenham's not worth watching.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Actually,
I'm the one guy.
They're probably super interesting because of
watching Leipzig. I like watching Red Bull Leipzig. They play good soccer. It's they're evil.
You love modern football. It's cool.
It's because I love
cool, bro.
Yusuf Poulsen. But I now that you're here and I talked about this in the car, I had something I wanted to talk to you about in relation to the coronavirus. So you are, Andrew, if you guys don't know, Andrew, massive Liverpool fan.
I mean, not really.
Big, decent.
I like Liverpool.
Come on.
I mean, I don't. I honestly now, really? No, I'm not. What I always tell people is that Liverpool does not affect my day. I was sad when they lost Real Madrid in the Champions League final 2 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever.
It's gonna be 2 years, yeah.
I was pretty sad about it, but it made me sad that day. The next day, I was fine. If the Galaxy lost an MLS Cup, I would be devastated.
I'm still mad about the last time we lost an MLS Cup.
Weeks. Yeah, I'm still not over it.
All right, we got a call.
So we have a phone call from 310.
What up?
And it's nice to know that this person is presumably at home, self-quarantining.
Maybe
right?
We don't know that.
Presumably, are you at home right now? 310.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here, just touching my dick and watching you guys.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh.
Who are we speaking to, good sir?
Fernando.
Fern, how are we
guys?
doing, sir?
How's it going, guys? I guess you guys are just shooting shit right now. Just nothing
Basically.
specific,
There's
or-
literally nothing to talk about in relation to the Galaxy, and we know that there are people who are
there's not
quarantining.
much. Not much going on other than hey, I'm just talking about possibly restarting the league.
Which league? Our league?
Towards like the end of April. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
I doubt
I
it.
don't know.
I don't think they'll end up restarting is to say like picking up from where we're at right now.
I think what they might do if everything goes well, they'll restart it, but they'll do it closed doors, behind closed doors, and then like during summer maybe they'll start letting fans in. That's what I think.
Well, they're saying it might peak around June, right? That's the thought process.
Well, we hope for the best, and hopefully it gets better.
What if this shit like
a lot of shit that gets getting pushed back? The Euros got pushed back till next year.
Euros and the Copa America got pushed back to 2021.
Copa America.
The fact that the Olympics haven't been canceled is kind of crazy to me.
Dude, and then I'm already. I hate Liverpool. Obviously, I'm a Man United fan, so I was hoping that the league would start because the whole coronavirus has stopped Liverpool from winning the league.
They're 25 points
but
ahead.
I guess it went too damn far.
25 points.
They shut down everything and shit.
So
Mine's
this
the
is
gap.
They
25
haven't
points.
locked it in, mathematically locked it in yet.
So this
it couldn't happen to a better team though.
It's
If
25 points.
If they decided not to award a title,
they would
and
award the
Liverpool's
title.
25
Everybody,
points ahead-
even if they don't award the title, even if they don't award the title, literally everyone will know who won this year.
Nobody.
Literally everyone will know who won this
Nobody.
year.
So this was my
literally
question.
everyone.
This is the question I had to put before.
For an asterisk championship.
What do you do? Like what as a Liverpool fan, what would you prefer?
They play games, but they play outdoors, and they've got to win. Like I forgot what the magic number was. I
think it was like 2 games.
Yeah,
but isn't there an argument? And I understand. Fernie, was there anything else? I'm gonna let you go, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Andrew. Andrew, you're horns up, bro. You're the Rams fan.
Yeah.
Did you see that awful leak of the new logo?
Yeah. It's
pretty bad. There's a new Rams logo? I didn't see this.
Oh, you gotta look it up.
It's terrible.
Yeah, dude, it's like the Rams told the Chargers, "Hey, since we're gonna be sharing a stadium, can we share your logo too?" And it's like they combined LA with the Rams.
What's wrong with the current logo?
I don't know what's wrong with the old logo. All this is bad. That new one is fucking terrible.
Well, here's the thing. They said they were gonna make a new logo and obviously change the uniform up already.
That's really
something
bad.
That'll be new, but also honor the past.
So the only thing I saw that was kind of cool was that the new logo kind of looks like the stadium. The horn is supposed to look like what the stadium looks like, but it's fucking rough. It's really bad.
I work right across from the stadium. It doesn't look like it.
LA with the horn coming out of the A.
Yeah.
Like, the Rams horn.
That is bad.
But so the leak.
That's bad.
The one they leaked that shows it's not going to be that color because that was supposed to be for the like a special color for the draft because the draft was going to be like Las Vegas neon lights themed. So the color that showed is not the actual color, but it is that logo. And they said also Aaron Donald leaked some of his own personal clothing, and then his clothing they said that might be Rams color, the new colors, which is going to be navy and yellow. So basically, we're going to be looking like Michigan, like Badgers out there, Michigan State.
Oh well.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just continue to barely
crazy,
watch
man.
Rams games.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Fernando. Thanks for bringing me
sir.
down.
Thanks, Fern.
Right before we let you go.
Have a good night, sir. Stay safe.
You too, all right, guys. Take it easy.
So that's what I wanted to put to you. Isn't there an argument? And calm down. I'm going to say in advance, calm down.
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
But isn't there an argument that Liverpool may have had more players that get healthy that they otherwise wouldn't have had available? Or
you make that argument for every team, though.
Calm down. Hang on. They would have players that were otherwise not available or healthy. Or you could have another team get players injured throughout this downtime. Where had they just played all the way through, which they're not doing, like there's.
So show me a player who's been injured right now, and show me
I don't
a
know
team.
Liverpool. I don't know Liverpool squad at all.
But you're telling me about other teams have players that are getting injured right now.
Well,
no one's getting injured right now. Everybody's getting healthy. The argument would apply to everybody. It's everyone's down for the same amount of time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there some level of, and I don't want to use the word, but is there some level of an asterisk to a season where, hang on, is there some level?
You're saying it as if this only applies to Liverpool.
I'm
it
not
applies
saying
to
it only
everybody.
applies to Liverpool. I'm saying, is there something of an asterisk for a season that had a big unplanned stop in the middle? I'm in the camp of like,
they had 25 points. They have 25 point lead.
I know.
Before this happened.
But that's like me personally. I'm in the camp of like, whatever gets decided, I'm fine with. Like, if they decide to keep playing, I think they should play behind closed doors. But now that players are testing positive for it, it's not realistic. I'm fine with them playing when everyone's healthy and it's possible, playing behind closed doors, wrapping the season, and then kind of moving on. I'm not opposed to pushing back the summer competitions or whatever, or maybe just avoiding, like, maybe just saying, hey, we're just not, we're done. If they decided to stop and award Liverpool the title, that's fine too. Like, I genuinely, if anything, I feel bad. Hang on, Ben. Genuinely, if anything, I feel bad for the Liverpool fans who have waited all this time to win the Premier League. And then once you're finally going to win the Premier League, it's like, I even felt bad for them to a degree, and it's going to sound really strange and a little dumb. Just tell them to hang on. It's going to sound a little weird and a little dumb, but like, I even felt bad because it wasn't close. Like, it's been decided for so long. You don't get that.
Hang on a second,
you don't get that big, like, that Manchester City Aguero. You don't get that moment. And I genuinely think Liverpool fans fucking deserve that moment. So we've
had that moment all season. We're all good. We're gonna win it. We deserve it. Like they deserve it. Not we. They deserve it. They deserve it.
You phrase it however you want. That's fine.
It doesn't matter. Like, the asterisk would be dumb because it was wrapped up already. Like, this shit is wrapped up.
Let's ask the caller.
But it's not. You guys haven't mathematically won yet.
Let's ask the caller. What
25 point gap.
I know. You guys are clearly on a downturn, slipping.
We're gonna lose every game.
This is when it comes back.
Hey, 626. Who is this?
626. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, what's good, guys? How you guys doing?
Very well. Yourself?
Chilling, man.
Good, man. I'm excited to talk about some Galaxy with you guys.
Love it. Who are we speaking to?
Yeah, my name is Kevin, bro. I'm from the city of Alhambra, and I've been wanting to, have some people, hear me out on what I have to say about Galaxy. They're my number one squad. They'll always be number one, Really love the team. Been following them ever since 1996.
I love it.
Joe Franchino, Greg Vanny, Paul Cavajuri, Sasha Victorine, Cienfuegos, all those guys, all those guys are all cool,
David
Been
Kramer.
watching the team since Pasadena,
Yeah. So, Shooter, what do you want to
What do you want to talk about, sir?
Yeah. Well, your guys' names are?
It's Andrew. That's Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. And then there's Ben over there.
All right, cool, guys. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about Galaxy. Some people that could hear me out, but actually tell me their opinion about what I feel right now,
Okay.
And
give it a shot.
Yeah. So first things first, is what I wanted to talk about was, if you guys could hear me out, was that Galaxy right now. After the first home opener, I really liked the whole entire atmosphere. It was amazing, It was great. It was good. I felt like the stadium was ready to pop when we scored, But the things that we didn't. But what I want to get to is that right now, I feel like we're choosing the wrong time to suck, bro. And it's not a joke. And the reason why I say this is because right now, if you guys think about it, I don't like being biased. I'll be honest. When I'll give credit when the credit's due, and I feel that right now we're fighting for fans. We're trying to fight to win over fans. And what I mean by that is, right now the city, a lot more people are starting to tune into Major League Soccer, which is great. That's awesome, and it's good for the country because my dream is to see soccer take over MLB, NBA, and I don't know if we'll ever take over NFL because that's really huge. That's big, but
that's a long time coming.
Now, we're fighting for fans, and what I mean by that is that we're trying to get people to come to our side of the city, right? Galaxy over Chivas 2.0. You guys know that, right? That right now with the new signings we have, and now that people are paying more attention to Major League Soccer, they're kind of in the middle. The new viewers, all the people that like bash the major MLS, that are fans of soccer but that are not fans of our domestic leagues. They're all trying to like find a squad that who they could relate to, and I know that because I have a bunch of friends. Like when I was in high school, not that many people were cool at like MLS, and now I'm getting like phone calls like, and these are all my friends, people I played soccer with on varsity.
Yeah.
And now they're telling me, hey, Kevin, like now, like I think Galaxy is like my squad, and other fans are like, hey, you know what?
What high school did you go to?
FC now. And
what
I'm
high school
like,
did you go to?
Okay, like I'm like, all right, like you
was
like
it in
what you
Alhambra?
like, you can't help it. And I love Galaxy. That's my squad, and right now, if you guys think about it, like right now we're not.
And let me address your first point. Yes, right now is a terrible time to start sucking. I think it's too early to say that we are sucking.
Yeah.
But it's really bad that there's a lot of eyes on us because of Chicharito to not look good.
Yeah.
If we continue to not look good, that'd be really bad.
Which was true even going back to Zlatan's first year. Like,
absolutely.
When you signed a big enough player like a Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and you're regularly like either needing to come back late or giving up late goals, putting yourself in a position to look as poor as possible when you have more eyes on you than you ever had. I mean, it's always a rough time. Kurt Anolfo, it was the wrong time to hire that guy. It was the wrong time to try to switch. Going further back, it was the wrong time to try to switch into this. We're exclusively going to promote G2 as our means for solidifying our whole team. And even though we have a lot of academy players and Galaxy 2 promotions coming through in the first team, quote unquote, none of them are really expected to contribute to the actual first team. Cameron Dunbar, you're not expecting him to play. Jonathan Perez, you're not expecting him to play. Like he's contract manipulation. Like we need to get him on the books so that if we end up selling him somewhere, probably to Germany, we're going to make the most money back. We've been making bad decisions like this since Bruce left. Everything you're seeing
even
now,
with Bruce, though.
Not
necessarily his fault.
Not really Bruce.
It's hitting the squad right now, like big time, the fan base, everything, And what I want to tell you, like real quick, I'll let you say like what you got to say right now. Is just that if you take a look at like the Lakers and the Clippers, I'm kind of like throwing it to that side. The Lakers don't necessarily have to worry about sucking, and the Clippers could, they could start winning. They could be the team that's the winning team. But why it doesn't matter is because throughout the majority of the history of the city, like the city knows, throughout the whole entire history, the Lakers have more legends, championships, and they won the hearts of the city. In our case, like our league is brand new, it's new. It started in 1996, but at the same time, it's new because people are following it now that it's more competitive than what it was 25 years ago. But we're not. We're like, that when Chivas USA first started, 2005, we won the championship right away. And it was a message to their fans like, yeah, bro, like, you guys are whack, like, and their first season, when they started again, we didn't make the playoffs. And like,
you're right. You're right.
Really
it's the worst time.
The season right before they started,
we could have made LAFC dead on arrival, but we didn't.
Yeah, go ahead again.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, man. We could have made LAFC dead on arrival, but we decided that was the time to promote all the G2 players to the first team.
Thank you for calling, sir. We're gonna shift topics and move forward, but definitely appreciate you calling in. Feel free to call back next week. I think we'll be here next week, right? But
assuming we're not all like quarantined.
We might be sheltered in place. We got to figure out whatever we're gonna do from there.
Dude, I got an idea. I was working some stuff out.
Record in a closet. I've been there before. It works.
We're gonna be all right.
I think we were just trolled. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't think you're wrong.
I think we were.
Yeah. I mean,
it was nice though.
I think we figured that we all kind of figured that out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But you know
it was
what?
kind of low quality bait, but they got us.
It's good though.
They got us to go for how long?
8 minutes?
6 minutes, 6 and a half.
All right, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So
you
know what though? I mean,
I'll give you a 5. I'll give you a 5 out of 10 troll on that one.
I appreciate you playing the game.
Yeah.
But see, now I'd feel bad if it was a Galaxy fan. It's just like, But he didn't know our name, so
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, whatever.
I've been trying to get in over and over again.
What's his name over here?
I've just never been.
Yeah, there you go. We're all the same.
All right, Ben. So we got questions. Let's go through.
Wait, they're trying to figure out if we were actually being trolled or if he was just drunk.
I'm fine with either one, really.
Yeah.
Like I think if he was a Galaxy fan, he's drunk.
Yeah.
And if he was sober, it was a troll.
I will say that he has a point that we pick terrible times to suck, and that we're fighting for fans, but we've always been fighting for fans, and it's been proven before. It's kind of like the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, right?
No.
Bringing in one player to create a fan base.
They're doing it all over again, but it's the plan. Like it's
almost like they have to do it at this point.
They don't know.
They can't not do it.
They don't know another way of building fan support.
Yeah.
Well, and it was. I like that we got to talk a little Galaxy today, but they genuinely don't seem to know another way of marketing a team or marketing a product outside of finding one player and diving all in.
Yeah.
You can understand it. Like I believe our attendance went down in 2014 when we were supposedly the best MLS club or the best on-field MLS 11 in history.
Yeah.
And from the business side, they're like, well, we invest in a team as a whole and you don't show up. We invest in one player and you show up. So this is the way we're going to keep doing business. I mean, as a Galaxy fan, if you want to move past this, when we have good, complete teams, like you need to keep coming. If you only show up for home openers or big player debuts, like this is the way they're going to operate. But you saw after the home opener fucking debacle, they just kept diving in on like, hey guys, don't forget, we got Chicharito. Aren't you so lucky as a Galaxy fan? You got Chicharito on your team. And I'm looking at the comments and it's like, they're fucking slamming this kid.
Yeah.
And it's still not his fault. Like my position today is exactly where it was the last time we had a game to watch. If you're not playing to him, I'm not going to blame him. If you're building out a team that isn't going to maximize his ability, he's not at fault for these things. But knowing people are starting to turn their attention towards him, like,
makes it harder on him.
Yes, like
sure.
It's bad enough one of your idiots put a spotlight on him by naming him captain for the season incorrectly. Like it's bad enough you put a gigantic spotlight on him in his first game, more so than there already was. Just to quietly take it away and not mention it or talk about it at all as if we all just forgot. But to keep putting him in front and center when he's registering one shot over 2 games or 2 shots over 2 games. Like highlight someone else that's a little popular. I loved what they did today with Robbie Keane. We're just gonna, it's a little racist. It's St. Patrick's Day, and that's the day we bring up.
They do it every year though.
That doesn't make it less racist. Yeah. That just makes it regularly racist.
I mean, Kai Kamara did a jig like 4 years ago. Nobody said anything.
You know what I say to Kai Kamara? You're not good enough to play for the Galaxy, not for $1 million.
Yeah. I agree.
But everyone does. But yeah, it's strange, man. They're right back in the same. I saw people calling him Giorito.
Yeah, someone just posted that.
Yeah,
the thing right
I saw someone calling him Giorito. Like we talked about it last week, but it's happening so quickly, and that's the game plan. Like it's
Ben snapping creepy pics of us.
Get for the grams, man. For the double tap likes.
For the grams.
Get that social going.
Right.
So Ben, we have questions. On with the platform. What does that mean?
Where's the questions?
Yeah, if you guys want to peek,
if
you guys want to
4 fucking hours ago.
If you guys want to peek into the board for this week,
Christ.
There's 3 things. There's the big letters that's always up there. It says Riot Squadcast underline, and that's in blue marker, and in purple marker.
No, I'm just gonna read them. That's fine.
In purple marker, it says
you got
banter.
Yeah, you want to.
Then it says website with
send it out.
slash.
I'm gonna post
Patreon.
the board.
Yeah, you can post the board.
And then it says Lars news, and then it says COVID-19.
Yeah.
What did you think was in Lars news?
I don't know. I'm no clue. You're here.
What would be the Lars
we didn't
news?
Get to play the jingle today.
Because there's nothing to play. There's nothing to tell
there's
about.
literally not a league in the country.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one thing.
Play the song. Play the song.
I'll give you one
your
thing.
PSA should go.
First Fridays is
Play the
canceled.
song. Hang on. Oh God, what a horror show.
Mars News. This is Mars News. It's not real news.
Yeah, let's see Ben crack under pressure. Let's get a picture of that on Instagram.
You got Ben's fluff sweats.
The most little amount of pressure there is in the world right now. Ben is cracking under.
I need a fuck Andrew.
Breaking
I
his
need a fuck
shoulders.
Andrew
Yeah,
drop. How did I not have a
Lars
fuck Andrew
news
drop?
is we're gonna cancel First Fridays for April.
That makes
there you
sense.
go.
Probably because we're not gonna be allowed to go out of our
Go
house.
to bars.
So just check socials when that's gonna happen. Of course, when the MLS season comes back, we'll give you as much information about what's going on with Lars as possible.
Or you're not like self quarantined or sheltering in place yet, right?
No.
Okay.
He just told you that at his job, all they're doing is giving out more
I would
hand
just do-
sanitizer.
Actually, they didn't even
I
give it
would
out
be
to us.
really-
They put it around the terminal. That's it.
They didn't give you gloves or
No, they didn't
anything?
give us gloves. They even told us if we want to wear a mask, we gotta like sign waivers, jump through hoops, and do like a bunch of things to wear a mask.
It's like you work for Amazon.
They're
Yeah.
making it hard for you to protect yourself?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
fun.
Yeah. So when the whole thing came down, you're not supposed to have groups of more than
50 or 10 or whatever.
or
Yeah.
they he's like, oh, whatever, we're still gonna have our meeting with the 25 guys, that we have.
Hey,
What
play
if-
that lightning round jingle. Let's play lightning round.
What
right
if
now.
we did First Fridays like remotely and we just
Google
came
Hangout?
here and drank and it was on the
Google Hangout?
it was on the YouTube. Can
Oh,
we
we
do
can do it
that,
on
Ben?
YouTube. Yeah, we can stream live stream on YouTube.
We gotta wait
We
till
all drink at the same time.
because he's
figure-
gonna expand this room, and when he expands this
Oh,
room,
yeah.
we could do First Fridays from here and just drink and sleep here.
I'm down with that.
You do Squadcast, the slumber party. We'll play.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
What's that game? What's the game? There was a board game in like the 90s.
Twister?
No. We're like,
Trying to play Twister with me?
nah. What's the fuck?
Trying to get in my pants, dog?
Is that the line of progression?
I
You play
mean,
Twister. and
Isn't
you get to
Twister like
fuck
a
Andrew?
sexual game?
I don't know. No, it's never worked out that way for me.
Yeah.
It was always like we play Twister, and then they were like, "Stop looking at me." Do you want me to? I can read the questions. It's fine. It'll work. I got it. I got
I
it
just
right
got a
here.
text that someone got sent home from my work.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
Seriously?
literally right now, yeah.
Read it. Read it out. Read it out. Read it.
It
to
just says,
the
hey,
peoples.
it's just from a guy who's at work.
Don't
It
say
says-
the name.
He says Q got sent home tonight.
Was it?
That's it.
Was it?
QAnon.
we were
Ooh.
just talking about that.
Andrew was educating me on QAnon while we were driving.
Was
Oh,
it?
shit.
Was it someone
he,
who went to
he
Italy?
confessed that he had contact with his brother, who was a friend who has the virus.
The
Fun
brother
times.
has a friend who has a virus.
Yeah.
Fun times.
So it's like my brother's girlfriend's friend type of thing.
Should I be talking to you right now?
I know, right?
I don't know.
So you're
man.
telling me your fucking senior ass is going to give me coronavirus?
Could be, man.
Ben's
And
got
he's
the
healthier
corona.
than us, so he's gonna outlive us.
Oh god, Ben's got the fucking corona.
Ben's got the Rona.
The truth about a Rona. All right, lightning round. You ready, Ben? You need a second to because I know
I
you're in
need
an
to pull-
emotional place.
There's
'cause you're
there's
going-
one that you showed me that I think we should start with. You down with that? You want me to start?
Yeah,
start
yeah,
off?
you go for it.
I want to hear.
Ooh. Might not get to hear this ever again. Sam says there should be a Patreon episode of you and me playing Twister.
Yeah, no,
Bro,
that'd
that's
be
money.
the shortest
That's
episode
fucking
of Patreon.
money.
That'd be the shortest Patreon episode ever. It would be like 24 seconds. It'd be like green leg, left leg, and then it'd be right red, and I couldn't do it.
Actually, this is a good time. Patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. Probably should have mentioned that at some point. $5, $10, and $20 tier. I'm unemployed right now, so that's a great place that you should go and do that. We do a Patreon episode about once a week, once every other week, at least at a minimum. And we have some interesting content that we're planning on putting together if we're allowed to be in the same room together going forward. So that one might be a little more in the air. Maybe we'll do like what if we did quarantine diaries? Like, I want to hear what's going through Ed's mind on day 10 with his wife.
Ooh. Yeah.
And the beauty, well, this is the beauty of the Patreon. Like, you listen to, no?
No.
The beauty of the Patreon
I told
is like,
you up front that I'm never gonna pay
that's fair.
to listen to you guys.
You hear me enough. It's like this enclosed ecosystem where we can say,
I've done like 3
Yeah,
Patreon episodes.
but we can do and say whatever we want because only a few people get to hear it.
Yeah.
So if I can hear Ed, like,
Just
go-
let me know when you have like real short stories from Ben on Patreon.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then, and then I'll ask my brother
There's-
to
that's
figure
where
out
the
a way to
money's
send
at.
it to me.
That's where the money's at. When Ben gets into the
Yeah.
confession diaries.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, if we can ever get into the same room again, we have some more awesome content that we've been mulling around and kind of.
Let me know when Ben shares like a couple items from that box that's gonna be burned.
That box, yeah. That box we all have an
Oh,
agreement.
I think
to
that was a
destroy.
Patreon episode too that we talked about. That.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Never mind. We don't have no box. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love Flava 91101 says Twister would be unfair because Tucker has a fifth limb. Correct, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah, but there's no spot on
Yeah,
the spinner
there's no
for
spot
the
on
fifth
spinner
limb.
for the fifth limb.
So
So like,
You're
you can't
wrong.
balance with it.
Nah.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That was the goal. I was just going to balance off the sheet.
You're just gonna whip it out, put it on Andrew's back, say, "Hey, hold on, I need an extra."
Ask Ed. I put my dick on Ed's back during the home opener like 6 times. And like worse, it was like every single time I did it, I tapped him on the other shoulder and was like, "My dick's on your back." He's like, "Thank you, I appreciate it."
All right, I'm gonna go with the first lightning round.
All right. So
No,
No,
he's
no,
got-
no.
he's got-
I
he's
got
got
one.
one
I
he
got
wants
one
to
locked
kick
and
him with.
loaded.
Go ahead.
He gave me show prep, locked and loaded. Ben, describe to me what your first Galaxy game was like. What was your first Galaxy game?
Oh man,
I'll go
I did not
last.
go to an actual MLS Galaxy game until the stadium opened. Until what was
2003.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got me beat by years.
Yeah.
So I was at the game with my brother. The when StubHub or whatever, what was it? It was Home Depot
Home
Center.
Home
Depot
Depot
Center.
Center.
Home Depot Center opened, and I remember when Pescadito scored. He scored the game winner. Probably, I'm guessing it was like the 70th minute or something. I remember actually leaping, like it was just like the coolest thing, and I was hooked.
Yippee.
And I got season tickets the next year and was there for ever since.
That's
But
awesome.
that was my first Galaxy game.
Tucker.
Mine was, God, it was the summer. It was, I think it was July. It probably would have been 2006, either 2006 or 2007. And a former friend of mine that you know that we don't mention, like made me go to a game because I was knee deep in. I was the most Euro snob, like as bad as they came, which is weird now because like I follow Newcastle, but they're so terrible they make it really easy to not be a Euro snob.
Yeah, but even if Newcastle was like,
If they won the Premier
were
League,
like
I
won the
would-
Premier League, you'd be excited, but you would it still also would not like. I don't know. I think I'm in the same place.
If Newcastle won the Premier
Liverpool
League,
doesn't ever ruin my day.
Yeah. We're in agreement.
I'm never like that emotionally attached where it's like fuck Liverpool lost. Like when they lost to Watford, I was like, damn, they lost.
Yeah, we're gonna win the title.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no virus spreading across the world. How bad could it be? Now, if Newcastle won the Premier League on Saturday morning and the Galaxy lost a meaningless home game to Colorado Saturday evening, my week would be fucking ruined.
Absolutely.
Like I would be furious. And I think you agree with me. Like I don't understand people who don't operate that way. Like I don't understand the people who are like, oh, Barcelona, New York Red Bulls lost, and it's like, well, I mean, as a Red Bull fan, I get it. You have nothing to cheer for, but I wouldn't be able to understand a Galaxy fan who has some dignity and prestige to their life, like being crushed because Real Madrid got knocked out of the Champions League. It's like, who cares? Fucking wait 12 months and then win it next year. Like who? What importance is this? So it all runs through the big Galaxy filter. But I was taken to a game in the summer of a year between 2006 or 2007. I want to say versus Chicago. I don't know if that's right, but I want to say it's versus Chicago. Yeah, in like July. And I think they lost, but I really don't remember. I was taken away by like the stadium and the smell of the grass because I watched so much soccer on a computer screen, and you don't really know what you're missing until you go. And that's why whenever we talk about the Galaxy,
alcohol,
alcohol, the booze, the Galaxy, and your relationship to it. For me, the thing I always come back to is the smell of the grass. Like when I walk into the Dignity Health Sports Park now, but when you get down near the box for Lars and you can smell the cut grass, like that's, or when we would come in to set up pregame before all the other people are in and you're down on the floor, you can smell that they had recently cut the grass. And that smell is always what kind of I think back on for my first game.
My first Galaxy game, I went in the summer with my high school soccer team. I had some friends, and a friend's brother, really, Rigney. Some of you guys know Rigney.
Mm-hmm.
His brother had started coming to games that summer in 2005, and was like, "Oh, you guys got to sit in the Riot squad, blah blah blah, whatever, right?" And I had like kind of loosely followed the Galaxy. I didn't know what channel they were on, but I'd watch if I saw that they were playing, and me and Rigney would talk about it at school and stuff. But 2005, with my soccer team, everyone else was underclassmen. I was the only upperclassman. I was going to be a senior that next year. And so we went with our team. Our coach bought the tickets or got the tickets or whatever. And I told him, I was like, hey, when we get there, I'm going to go sit with the Riot Squad. He's like, that's fine. Just come back before the 90th minute so we can all be together. Yeah. So I can count like when we leave. I'm like, all right, cool. It was against Chivas.
Oof.
And they had the Chivas girls. I don't know if it was the first time they brought the Chivas girls out, but they had the Chivas girls, the dolls. You ever seen those videos? They had the dolls, and the first person I actually met was Medium Bill, and Medium Bill was super cool. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like,
There's a whole world of Galaxy fans that don't know Medium Bill.
Exactly.
And for the record,
and Little Bill.
There's Large Bill, there's Medium Bill, and there's Little Bill. But we're also only talking about 2 people.
Yeah. So
if you know, you know.
So shout out to Bill, and Tommy Mack talked to me, and there's a few other people that talked to me. They were like, hey, there's this random kid here. But I had a fucking great time. They gave me one of the Chivas girls for a while, and I was like holding it up, and yeah, I was chilling by myself, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I was pretty hooked after that. And then the next summer, after I had got out of high school, me and Rigney had gone to a few games by ourselves or with some other people, and by 07 I had season tickets. And
I forgot after my first game, I almost joined the Galaxians.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot. Yeah, I got really, really close to joining the Galaxians. And if you're a Galaxian who's listening to this, like, it's no disrespect, but this was back when, if you're a relatively new Galaxy fan, you may not know the Galaxians. They're about where they were when they sat next to us, like numerically, numbers wise.
There might have been more.
There may have been more, but the Galaxians used to sit right next to Lars. We were in 138; they sat over in 137. We basically shared the Lars section. This is pre-ACB for sure. And as Lars just got increasingly annoying, they ended up getting moved to the north end, right? Or they moved to that south right behind the goal.
Yeah, they moved one place before they ended up where they are now.
Okay. But so anyway, I sat in the what is now Victoria Block for my first Galaxy game, and I met Linda Pickle and a couple other people who were running the Galaxians, and yeah, they were like, yeah, we're in a supporters group, like we've Riot Squad, they're okay, but like I've and no one said anything bad about anybody, but she's like, we're the oldest supporters group, such and such, and I was like, oh, right on, sounds great, and I went to my next Galaxy game, and we sat. We was like, and I asked my friend, I said, well, where are the Galaxians at? And he's like, oh, they're over there. And so I went over to where the Galaxians and Lars were, and it was pretty quick. I was like, oh, well, they seem like way fucking more fun. And then we got boozed up, and
Sam said, damn, you would have been zero cool area 51.
Yeah.
Do you remember
life was almost very different?
There was a supporters group called UFO for a short time.
No, there wasn't. That's the conspiracy.
Well, it doesn't.
That's the conspiracy.
It never existed.
It never actually existed. But it was on the website for like forever. 10 years. Yeah. For a long time. When they actually put it up there and they put the supporters groups up there, we were like, what? And it was like
awesome.
It was like unbelievable fan organization,
like ultimate fan organization or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
and it never existed. If you ask anyone about it, nobody has any information about it. I remember asking he was our rep for a while, Chris Cepeda.
Mm-hmm.
I remember asking Chris Cepeda about it once. He's like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
Well,
that was a good topic. That was a nice I feel like that
was a good little shaved a little time off.
I'm not. I hope everyone who is in the live chat right now is understanding. Ben, I hope you're understanding. Andrew, I know you're already understanding. I'm understanding that some people are being quarantined. Some people are being are self-quarantining. I'm willing to go as long as you guys want, and you guys can just chop this show up and process it in your own time. Like, we genuinely don't know if we'll be here next week. Like, if we'll be in the same room again next week.
So let's see what else we got in the
I like the guilty pleasures one.
Let him produce.
All right, go ahead.
Was it Sharky 14 wants to know, what are your guilty pleasures for during quarantine?
Masturbation? What do you mean? What?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of did this already. Like, I'll watch like a whole seasons of a show.
Like what show? Like, what's your guilty pleasure show? Because I got a guilty pleasure.
You mean like burning through The Office in a sitting?
Yeah.
Well, like not something like
not
The
like
Office,
in a sitting, but like
something.
Those first 3 seasons in a sitting.
The first season's pretty short. It's like 6-8 episodes.
Something that I wouldn't admit to watching.
Yeah. Or something people wouldn't expect you to watch necessarily.
I love Cheers. I've watched Cheers.
We just started that at our house.
I watch it like 3 times all the way through. It gets rough towards the end, because
Frasier's
it's
the
just
same
so
way.
much, and there's like 28 episodes per season,
Wow.
and it just kind of drags for a while. The last 2 seasons for sure. I'm in the middle of Frasier. I've been meaning to finish Frasier for a long time.
It's a great show.
I powered through a bunch, and I think I'm at season 8,
Okay.
and there's like 3 more seasons, I believe.
2 or 3. Yeah.
2 or 3, something like that. And so I like sitcoms, but I'm very particular.
Niles
about
and
my
Daphne
sitcoms.
together yet?
Yes, they
Spoiler,
are.
spoiler. You've had fucking 25
Yeah,
years.
seriously. Yeah, they are. They just got together.
I would not have
last
pegged you for
season.
like a Frasier or a
Well, of
or a
Cheers.
Cheers guy.
I've always meant to watch Frasier, but I never watched it. I've
No.
seen episodes of it,
But not as like a
but
complete
not as a
story.
complete thing. Yeah,
What's yours been? Because I'm going to need a second to think about mine.
yeah.
You know what? There was a show on A&E called The Glades. It's a
Oh,
cop
yeah.
show. It wasn't really very good, but
That doesn't
I kind
matter.
of started watching it, and it's kind of my guilty thing. Like when Laura goes to bed, and I'm like, all right, let me turn on The Glades and knock out a few episodes. I don't have time to watch TV between school
Yeah.
and then with the kids and everything.
I'll give bad sitcoms like way too long. Like there was
Yeah.
Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates was in a sitcom?
She was on a show on Netflix. I think it's that was on a show on Netflix about like a weed dispensary, and it's awful. It is god awful. And I watched the whole first season. of it.
Disjointed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's real bad.
Okay, that's
and
good
I
to
watched
know.
the whole first season, and after I finished it, I was like, why did I even finish this? This is pre-girlfriend Andrew, though.
Yeah.
So
Life is
I
way
don't
different.
know. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with something that frivolous
Hopefully,
anymore.
if I can find a torrent of it, like I have my actual answer, and I have what is my stretch goal answer, what I'm hoping it takes place.
So wait, before you
Go
get to your answer, Andrew, if you can find it, there was a show that was on Fox for like a season called Backstrom.
I was really hoping.
Oh, I watched that. Yeah, I was really
Yeah.
disappointed when
Me too.
they canceled it.
I was
I
totally
loved that
disappointed.
show,
That was
yeah.
a great show.
I thought it was a really good vehicle for Dwight to not be Dwight anymore.
Yeah.
The problem is you keep calling him Dwight instead of Rain
Well,
Johnson,
I mean,
whatever his name is.
not Ryan Johnson.
What's his name? Rain Howard?
Yeah, Rain
Something? Rain Wilson?
Wilson, there you go. But it was a good vehicle for him to not be Dwight anymore. And then they canceled it, and
What
I
was
thought
it
it was
about?
really good.
Have you not seen it, Tuck?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, go check it out.
He's like an eccentric detective,
Yeah.
but he's really smart. And like obviously that's kind of like really putting the show into basic terms, but it was good.
So like House, but for a detective.
Kind of, yeah. Actually,
that's
that's a
actually
good
a good way to put it. Have you seen
that's a good
House?
analogy. I've watched like a little bit of
That
it.
show falls off a cliff really bad,
Yeah,
but it's
oh, yeah.
enjoyable when it's good. Guilty pleasures in air quotes. Like I'm gonna watch a lot of soccer that I'm behind on, a lot of live soccer. Fuck you, bitches. With crowds and atmosphere. I would like to watch the 4 MLS Cup games I have throughout the term. I'm in self quarantine. What my stretch goal? Or you know what I have the World Cup videos. So the like official FIFA films for the end of each World Cup. I have those all the way back to like I want to say maybe I have 1930. I don't know. I have going a ways back, and I'd like to watch all those kind of in order. My stretch goal, my like, haha, we do a podcast, yucks. There's a show on Fox in like 2000 called Fastlane, and it's terrible, and it's one of my favorite fucking shows that has ever been made. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's basically a remake of Miami Vice.
Yeah,
It's-
no, a buddy of mine worked on that show.
What really?
Yeah.
Can you like? You know what's sad? For half a second, I was like, "Can you talk to him about getting it back?" And then I realized, like, there's no way. Whoever you know doesn't have that pull. It isn't possible. But yeah, it's a Fastlane. I don't know if there's definitely. I was gonna say I don't know if you could stream it. There's definitely no way you can stream that show. I'm almost certain. But if you can find a torrent of it or somehow, you can buy it on Google Play for $2 one episode, and one episode's gonna get you in. But it was in 2002. Was there only one season? I thought there were 2 seasons. Maybe it's just one long season. But yeah, it's fantastic. It stars what's that dude's name? Who's that black dude in the 90s that was kind of popular? Like late 90s kind of popular, and then he just fell off. Real skinny.
I don't know.
Bill Bellamy.
Oh, see, you got me fucked up by talking about Tommy Davidson earlier,
Oh yeah.
and I was never gonna get that out of my head.
Yeah, it stars Bill Bellamy and that like white dude that's Italian, but he seems really not Peter Facinelli. Is that how you say it? You would know him if you saw him. And Tiffany Amber Thiessen. It's awful, but it's the best fucking show. It is. It's
Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
no bullshit. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
TAT?
If you were like, yo, I'm gonna get Chris a present.
Hey,
And
did
I'm
we
gonna
talk
give
about
him-
this before? Have we
I'm
talked
pretty
about
pretty
Fastlane?
sure he has.
Probably. I love the show. Like, if you could ever get me a present and was like, what's the gift I can get Chris that he's absolutely going to love and keep forever? Fucking Fastlane. Like, I will watch Fastlane over and over for the rest of my life. So that would be my guilty pleasure stretch zone if I can find a torrent and make that happen.
Yeah, Facinelli. Let's see. Oh, he was in Twilight. That's how I know him. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if he's in that movie.
He is.
He is?
He is.
I mean, I'm going to trust
I'm
your
looking at
Wikipedia.
his. I'm looking at his. Yeah.
So what's next, Ben? I see you falling down a Fastlane hole. This is
Dude,
not
yeah,
the
big
time.
time.
It's not the time.
We're all
audio.
doing it.
You know, for some reason, I think I may have seen this
Bro,
stuff.
it's so good. You should watch it. Like, I'm genuinely gonna try to find a torrent of it right now. And if I can find it, you should watch it. It's terrible and it's so fucking good.
Yeah, maybe I'll find a torrent. We'll put it up on the big T on the
Down
TV,
with that,
and
man.
then
We'll
go watch it.
we'll do a Patreon episode where I fucking review Fastlane episodes 18 years after the show got canceled.
There's content. There's a market for everything.
That's believe me, I know. What's next, Benny?
Someone wants to know if the teams are still practicing.
They
No,
just stopped right now.
there
Like
is a
yesterday.
moratorium on practice until March 20th. And that might get extended as long as everything actually did a little bit of prep work and screenshot something for that. As long as everything is on pace for where MLS is planning it. Here, this is from Corner of the Galaxy. MLS News, Major League Soccer has extended the team training moratorium through and including Friday, March 20th. Players are expected to stay within their local market and practice social distancing. So hopefully if everything goes the way that they're planning, and it's definitely not going to, after the 20th, players will be able to come back to the training facility and get up to fitness. If this doesn't curve out the way that they're really, really praying it does, which is why we need you guys to practice social distancing and staying home if you can and being safe. If it starts to level out, then the players can get back, looking at it from a Galaxy perspective, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Well,
there's
see, it
bigger
wouldn't be
things.
fair for say us or New York or some of the other bigger. Probably not San Jose. They could all get it. But some of the other bigger cities that are going to be quarantining like soon and be forced to stay at home, it wouldn't be fair for teams like Kansas and Florida teams.
But that's the beauty of like the league
Florida
structure,
doesn't give a
because it's
fuck.
just the league structure is going to say no one can go
Yeah,
back until this
yeah.
day, or everyone can go back to this day, because there's a sporting disadvantage. So yeah, it looks like at least through the 20th. Hopefully, that day gets kept, because that means everything is going well. If it gets pushed back, and I'm imagining it's going to get pushed back, we'll bring it to you when someone else posts it, and we pay attention to it and remember to tell you about it. Ben, stop looking up Fastlane.
What's the
Dude,
next?
I'm
What's the next
next
question?
topic?
I'm
Yeah.
looking at all the questions right now that Chris sent me.
All right. Yeah,
and
the
that
be-
was probably the worst question
Yeah.
out of all the
No,
ones.
Then you start at the bottom.
Yeah, you got to kind of work your way up, man.
Again,
But that's
Andrew,
not even
they're
in
going to
the
be
bottom.
listening to this
That's
over.
not even in the bottom.
Yeah, they're going to be listening to this over the span of months. Like, we got, we're helping out. We're
Here,
fighting
I'm
a
going to
good
go
fight.
with one because this
Go ahead,
this
go ahead.
specifically calls you out.
Grab it.
Vacation
Yeah,
disasters.
that's actually where I was going.
No way. There's no way that Ben has not doesn't have 10 of them. Save the shore leave for later.
So is this just a Ben question?
No, let's all go in. But I want Ben to answer first because I want to hear what his vacation disaster. I'm actually very curious if your vacation disaster involves your family or just you.
I don't necessarily
That's
have
good.
a huge I mean, more like vacation disasters on my own, kind of stuff. Like, and it's not the shore leave stories you're looking for, but just I mean, stories of vacations being cut short when I was in the military, stuff like that. They're just kind of
I think he
huge
means like
disasters.
something like you going
Yeah.
somewhere expecting a certain result
Yeah,
and then
no,
it becoming.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of. I really don't have a
I
whole
think your
lot
time
of
in
those.
Germany was not what you expected.
Well, it wasn't what I was not expecting either.
I was supposed
I
to
mean,
go to this mechanic.
I-
You gave me
yeah,
beer.
dude.
And then he told me to go meet this other guy, and then I got drunk with him.
That's the thing is like eventually you stop expecting anything at that point. You know there are certain
At
places
19,
you go.
you stopped expecting
yeah,
anything.
yeah. There are certain places you go where there are no expectations. And yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot. Like when I was younger, I don't have a whole lot of vacation. I grew up in a family that I have 10 other brothers and sisters. So a huge family, and you just imagine like any sort of vacation was literally a disaster. I mean, it was a nightmare. But yeah, no, like nothing huge, nothing like getting stuck anywhere, nothing super funny. I
Nothing
mean,
crazy?
Speaking of
I
getting
got
stuck
something
somewhere,
fucking
I got one
Go
that
for it.
actually involves you and Ed and Matthew. We were supposed to go.
Hell yeah.
what is it,
We were
just the
supposed to
Salt
go.
Lake
We
one?
were supposed to go to
Salt
Salt
Lake
Lake,
is like that's my favorite one.
and my car broke down 60 miles
Well,
outside of
I heard
Vegas.
Your car broke down 60 miles outside of Vegas because you had like 6 tons.
Bro,
in
there's
like,
so much
in like a
fat in
Honda
that car.
Celica or something like that.
No, it was a
Or Toyota Celica.
Nissan Sentra.
Ultima, Sentra.
Nissan Sentra. If it was an Altima, we'd probably been all right. I had the AC on. We had the windows down because I was an idiot. It was fucking dumb. There's myself, my brother, Ed, and Tucker all in the car, and I overheated. And it was hot. It was hot as fuck, and
It's like
I
90-something
overheated the car.
I've still never been.
So that was kind of a.
Did you not like you're going to Salt Lake? Do you not at least like, hey, maybe I'm gonna check the oil, maybe I'm gonna like check all the fluid?
No, the oil was good. I had free checkups or whatever, the monthly maintenance or whatever, and I got the oil done and the filter done, and a couple other things done before we left. So it was a relatively new car.
So it was literally.
Oh yeah,
It was
absolutely.
just too much people.
It was just doing stupid shit in like 110 desert heat, and I had the AC on, and
But you know what's great? Like that,
and we rolled the windows down because the AC wasn't cold
wasn't
enough.
working. Yeah, which
Like
is,
it wasn't cold enough, so like, oh, we'll pull it down, and I didn't shut the AC off.
But that I remember Ed telling me like that was the moment, and I knew it because I grew up with you. But he was like, "This is when I know Andrew came from like a white family, because something went wrong with your car and you just took it to someone, and then like a day
'cause it was
later
a
they
new
brought
car.
it back." But that's the thing, like Ed and
I had factory maintenance.
yeah, but Ed and I don't buy cars from people where you get factory maintenance.
Like a dealer. You guys
Yeah,
have a
we
dealership?
got to buy shit used or something like that, or like it gets handed down from someone. But he's looking at me. He's like, his car broke, and he just took.
Andrew came from a white family.
Yeah,
Because I bought a car from a dealership.
yes,
Like dealerships don't prey on brown and black people all the time.
they do, man. But you know, you get taken care of. When,
I mean, it was my money. It was my fucking car.
if I had to go buy a car at a dealership, I would.
I had a
I would
used
bring
car
your
before that.
grandparents.
I had a
Or
used
bring
car before
your
that.
grandparents and be like, "Here's how much money I got. Go talk to them.
I think I had like
See what you can get me."
I got a
$3
guy for that, Tuck.
I think I had
You ever
$3,000.
you ever need a new car from a dealer? You come talk to me. I got a guy.
Word. I
up.
definitely don't, especially right now. Give me like a month and let me see where the market's at, and I might talk to you. For Travelin' Foo, who is Faye who's in our live chat right now. She's asking if I'm currently breaking down a sativa or an indica. I'm breaking down an indica because I still have a podcast to do. So not quite time to take a nap just yet. So yeah, thumbs up. My story.
Yeah, you're a traveling misadventure. You're a vacation disaster.
Erica and I.
Well, just to wrap that up. Hold
ahead.
on, let me wrap up that up. Ended up being a pretty cool trip in Vegas. Chris won a lot of money.
I won $1,800. We should talk about that.
$1,100.
$1,800.
I was right there when you did it. It was like $1,100.
I can show you the picture. I
Alright,
have the. Well, I can't.
No, I mean don't pull it up. I'm saying let's all right. But he won a lot of money. He put money in, he put a 5 into this machine, and I was like, you know that's a dollar machine, and he's like, no, it's a $5 machine, and because he had put $5 in it,
I was really
and
drunk.
he just hit it once, and won like a middle jackpot.
Yeah, I won like
Not like the lot, not like the whole, kit
but
and
like
caboodle.
the shit
like
made
the
noise
middle,
and it went all
yeah.
crazy, and
He had 3 7s.
yeah,
Put it that way.
I literally had to put one of my hands over my eyes to see that the numbers came up properly. Like it was rough going.
It's a
I had to
$5
walk him
machine.
through what to do because he was like so happy and excited. He had no idea what the fuck to do. And I was like, just print the ticket. You got, whatever.
You got to print the ticket.
And he's
take
like,
it to the window.
where do I do? He's like freaking out. I was like, it's all right. It's going to be okay. So, yeah.
Well, I walked in. I remember walking into that hotel, and I was like, I'm going to earn enough money to fix. You remember my like piece of shit SUV?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to earn enough money to fix
Your
my
passport.
SUV. And
Right?
yeah, where I walked in, and within an hour, I had won enough money to get my car fixed. But that was a weird trip because I would rant. Like Ed busted out night one, ran completely out of money.
Yeah.
Like I won so much money, I gave Ed money to gamble with because I was like, it was all house money for me. I didn't care. I got in the car with like $80. But we would get drunk because we were drinking and having a good time. And I remember once I'm in the hotel and I like sounding absolute whatever your idea of me being a cocky asshole is. This is the picture perfect moment. I like sitting there drunk on the bed. I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs and win some money. And I went downstairs and won some money. Like it just every time I played, I kept winning. And but we came out of there. I paid for the hotel. I paid for our dinner because that's what I always heard you should do if you win money. Like I paid for our last big meal. I paid for the hotel because I was in house money. And then I was like, I'm never coming back to Las Vegas. and I
Smart
haven't
move.
been back since. Because all I'm going to do is give that money back. Like I'm
Yeah.
chasing something that I'm never going to attain. I'm never going to have that moment where I like randomly hit a button and won a bunch of money. And all
Super
I'm
8.
and all I'm going to Koval
Those are
Super, we can't.
Super 8. Yeah, you
That,
definitely
there's a
can't
fucking
go.
Patreon
Yeah,
story.
we'll save it for later.
Koval Super 8. Like
Some wild shit happened.
if you know the story, Koval Super 8 should be enough. And if you don't know the story, patreon.com/Riot Squadcast. Boom. Commercials. I got
Nice.
some.
Good work.
So what was your vacation disaster?
Like 4 or 5 years ago, Erica and I went to Hawaii for